My name is Bishop Simon Mwaura of God's Grace for All Nations. We are based in Nyahururu, Kenya, and it is such a joy to come to you, St. Michael's GIC. You have previously invited me in person. I think I've come there more than 3 times. And it is such a joy to work with St. Michael's Church. This year has been so different in our ministry. We have been impacted in many ways. Number one, there was a lockdown in the whole country, and our churches were not meeting as a result of this. Since most of our churches are church plants, many churches were impacted in that the members were not meeting, and the gains made in discipleship, many of those gains were lost. And then the pastors were impacted negatively in that because the churches were not meeting, the finances of the churches went down, and many pastors had a hard time even to feed their families and even to pay for their house rents. Especially the churches that were in semi-urban areas where they were renting for the meeting places. The impact was very, very bad. But I want to thank God that there is no longer a lockdown. The churches are meeting again, and this has really helped us. We would say our ministry has been blessed by God in that we do not have anyone to date that has been lost through this disease. And then we have very faithful partners who have continued to support our organization and ministry. Recently, we had a huge famine relief drive that we were able to feed not only the pastors but even our members who were adversely affected by this disease. I feel the Lord is calling our ministry at this time to be very candid and very serious on discipleship and small groups where people can be able to meet in small groups, because when there was a lockdown, those churches that had small group ministries were able to stand, as opposed to those churches and ministries that didn't have any small group program. So one of the things that we feel that God is leading us to do is to strengthen our small group ministry. Our greatest needs right now, our greatest financial needs, is many of our churches in the unreached areas are meeting under trees, and we really would want to build churches for these church meeting under trees. It costs about $1,500 to construct a church. These churches will be used for church meeting on Sunday, but Monday through Friday we can use them for a nursery school. And so the other financial need is a stipend for the preaching point leaders in these churches where we are planting churches. We are also praying that maybe we could have a mission center in Mwaura, where we could do trainings for our pastors and preaching point leaders, and also host our local missionaries. And hopefully we can even host missionaries who go to Mwaura from other places. The other need is we need to drill boreholes for some of the preaching point areas where we plant churches, because some of them do not have clean water. We would ask you to pray for us that we shall be able to take the gospel to the unreached tribes in Kenya. We have 22 unreached tribes, and right now we are engaging 6 of these tribes. And the other prayer item is that you pray for our missionaries in the unreached people groups, that God would protect them, that God would provide for their needs, that God would protect them against diseases, and that God would provide finances for all of us to cater for the stipend for the pastors, drill boreholes, and also advance with the preaching point leaders, planting new churches in other areas. May the Lord bless you so much, and may you have a wonderful GIC.